this video, we're going to look at how to create charts inside of Excel. Now, inside of Excel, the term charts is used, but outside of Excel, you might be more familiar with the term graphs. Now, when you talk about charts or graphs, you want to make sure you're using the right type of graph to display information. Typically, you would use a pie chart to compare demographics, for example, or when you're looking at parts of a whole. A bar chart would look at large changes over time, maybe differences in different groups. A line chart will look at smaller trends over time. Now that's just a very brief overview. We do not have time to get into the complexities of all the different types of data presentation you can use. Our job here is to show you how you can create these in Excel. So very simply, no matter what type of chart you use, these are visual representations of data. Makes it easier for viewers to see trends or patterns. Since charts are a type of object in Excel, there's many types of formatting options that you can apply, and these charts can easily be moved and resized. So let's dive in and look at how we can create a chart. So I'm going to come down here and we're going to create a chart based on this information in this category of Outlook. So we're going to select these cells and we're going to go up to our Insert tab and we're going to go to Recommended Charts. And you can see Excel is giving us some options here. So I'm going to select this first option, and you can see I've created a chart. Now, if I mouse over the different parts, you can see we've got a title. This whole grouping is called the plot area. Here's our vertical or category axis, our horizontal or value axis, and our plot area. So I can move this chart, and I'm going to choose the plot area to do that, and I can resize this chart. I can apply different designs to this chart. So I can change the colors. I can change the style of it. I can even come back through and change the chart type. And again, change my design. I can move elements on my chart around. So I'm going to go over to Add Chart Elements, Legend, and let's say we want to move that to the left. You can see I can start moving things around. And I can change my data labels and where those are located as well. So you can see there's complete control of how I'm presenting this information and what it looks like. So a couple of different options for how we can save this out. Because we want to maybe make sure that we can use this, say, in a presentation, things like that. So I'm going to take this chart and I'm going to copy it. And so I have my chart area selected. And I'm going to copy it to a new sheet. So I've got it all by itself on a new sheet. So I'm going to be over in my Format tab. And now I'm going to resize this. So I've got my chart selected. And you can see this is the current size. So let's say I wanted to make sure that this was almost letter size. I'm going to first lock this. I'm going to change this to 7. And I can also come in and if I want to work with my legend, I can change all of my text sizes, make these all larger just by going through my Home tab and changing the size. So I won't walk you through all of that, but you get the idea of that. So we've made our chart quite a bit larger. Now to save this out, we have a couple of options. So my first option is to save this as an image file. So I'm going to right click on it and save it as a picture. So this is saving as a PNG by default, which means there would be transparent areas, but I can also save it as a JPEG, which would make this easy to send to different locations. I'm going to go into my recent files and just save it into my demo file. And we're going to call this I can also save this as a PDF. And you saw that example in that picture, but I can save out this whole worksheet as a PDF. So let's look at that. So I'm going to go File, Save As, drop down on my format, choose PDF. I think I've got another file in there, so I'm just going to put a number after it. And I just want to save this sheet. So I'll hit Save. And so let's take a look at those two outputs. So there's our JPEG, and you can see we might want to expand our numbers in some of those areas for clarity, which is why I showed you that. And then here's our PDF. Oh no, what happened? Well, what happened is we created a very horizontal and then PDF'd on a regular sheet of paper. So what we want to do here is make sure that we've set our print area. And so I'm just going to select that area, set our print area. We could also go up to our page layout and set up our page as a landscape.